Andrew Freund here. I am sitting here with the lovely and talented Aisha Tyler.
So sweet, thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So I guess, first question for you is how has your Comic-Con experience been so far?
This is my third con, so I feel like I finally have kind of figured it out. I also apparently just turned Canadian. I don't know why out came out like that, but yeah, it's been super fun and a little less exhausting than previous ones. I feel like a big part of the exhaustion just comes from bewilderment because it's so intense and you're like, what's happening? How do I get a sandwich? Where am I going to lie down? You know? And this year I just feel like I had my hands around it a little more. But the other thing I love about Comic-Con is that it ends up being a little summer campy because everybody that you know from the business is all in one town at one time, and it's really rare that you get to see people in LA because everybody's working. So for like 4 days you get to kind of see all your friends and meet new friends and tell them how much you love their work, and so it's pretty fun.
What kind of has surprised you the most about Comic-Con in terms of this kind of geek culture? Everyone, dressed up in costume. I mean, I'm one of those guys.
These people are my tribe. In every way, I was very much an outsider kid. I was the only poor kid in my school. I've been this tall since I was like 8.
San Francisco, represent us
SF,
too.
Rep in the Bay. And had these really thick glasses and read obsessively and was a very odd child. So the concept of kind of a gathering of outsiders I really love, and I feel like this is the one place where the fans come and they can fully be themselves. They don't have to be embarrassed about their fandom. They can really express it fully. People are excited about it. I mean, there was a full-on, totally green She-Hulk sitting in the front row at the Archer panel, and she was green head to toe, most of it bare skin, and
sweet,
and it was awesome. It was like, no one was like, "What a weirdo!" I was like, "Oh, you're awesome," so you're getting high-fived for being yourself, and that's a big theme that I'm always kind of embracing in everything I do and in my stand-up and the talk and on my podcast about really embracing who you are and being fully who you are. So I love that aspect of this show, and I feel like people come here and you say to them, like, you're doing signing and you say like, how's your con? And people are like, legitimately, this is the best weekend of my life, and that makes me so happy. It reminds you why you do what you do, because you bring light and joy to other people, and in return your fans bring light and joy back to you, because we couldn't do what we do without them.
So if you were going to have a superpower, what would Aisha Tyler's superpower be?
Listen, this is a nerd conundrum that cannot be answered. If you had super strength, you could fight crime, but if you couldn't fly, you couldn't get to the crimes. If you can fly, then you arrive, and you don't have super strength, you're ineffective. You can never only have one superpower. You must have at least 2 to be effective.
You've really thought this out.
This is my geek foo coming out. My nerd foo is very strong.